Right.
Mahomes, that if you put a lot of other quarterbacks in it,
Right.
they would get destroyed. They'd get psychologically destroyed.
Because, Skip, if you look at Jalen Hurts, they have design runs for him to run the football. They have no design runs for Tom Brady. They have no design runs for Aaron Rodgers.
No.
The quarterback, and I'm not talking about the quarterback sneak, Skip. I'm talking about where they have a design run that says, on this play right here, quarterback do this.
Okay.
There's none of that. So that's for the system. That's for the guy that's specifically in this system.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's hark back to the first game that was played between the Cowboys and the Eagles on October 16th on a Sunday night at Philadelphia.
Okay.
All right, so Micah's stats for that game are 7 tackles, which for him is pretty good.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, 3 solos, 1 tackle for loss, 2 passes defense where he deflected the pass, but he had 0 hits on the quarterback and 0 sacks.
Right.
It was the first night, the first time this year, I saw somebody, Sirianni and his coordinator, scheme against Micah because they said, let's just go at him.
Right.
Let's make him make choices all night long.
Right.
Let's option him. Let's roll at him. Let's make him decide and keep him a little more on his heels. And it was pretty effective.
Right.
But what happened? Cooper Rush got off to a rocky start, and then he settled in, and here they came. And remember, late third and then early into the fourth quarter, Cooper Rush leads a 93-yard drive in 15 plays. He hits CD for 13, he hits Noah for 10, he hits CD for 16, and then he hits the kid Jake Ferguson for 7 and a touchdown.
Right.
And all of a sudden you look up and it's 20-17.
Right.
Philadelphia. 20. It was 20-0. All of a sudden it's 20-17. Okay, now it's my old Micah's turn.
Right.
So we need a stop.
Correct.
Because I think Cooper Rush has finally kind of figured them out. I can do this and I can do that, and I'll pick you to pieces. I'm just give me the ball back, and I got this.
Okay.
Because we've seen him get that once he got in sync and in rhythm against other teams like the Bengals.
Right.
All right. So now Jalen Hurts has the ball. And what does he do? He faces 3 straight third downs. 3rd and 4, he just scrambles right up the middle for 5 yards.
Right.
Well, that's okay. That
in the system. That's him.
That's him. Okay. Then it goes 3rd and 4th, the Dallas 45. And he runs the option right at Micah and what's the Gainwell.
Yeah.
He goes ahead and he pitched it to Gainwell, who went around the end around Micah's end for 5 yards, and another first down by 1 yard. Okay. Then there's a 3rd and 1 play at the 31, and they do their quarterback sneak where they just line up with everybody behind him and just shove him up the middle.
Right.
And plus, his legs are about as power packed.
Yes.
Pound for pound, his legs are probably as strong as anybody's in the league.
Correct.
And it's pretty much unstoppable.
Correct.
Okay. So he converts 3 straight third downs, and then right after that, as you remember, he hits AJ for 22, and then he hits Devontae for the 7-yard touchdown. And it goes boom, boom, over.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's barely with 3 straight third downs where if Dallas makes one stop, I don't know. Maybe this is going to get real interesting.
But Skip, as we say, system quarterback, but there have been a lot of guys that's played in the system but don't look like he looked in this system.
No.
You look at the West Coast. The West Coast has been around for a long time, but it takes a great player. There have been a lot of MVPs, but there have been a lot of guys that played in the West Coast. They didn't look like Elway. They didn't look like Montana. They didn't look like Younger Rodgers or Brett Favre.
Yep.
So we just can't say it's the system. Yes, it's the system. Alex Smith had Andy Reid for a lot of years. He never looked like Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Donovan had Andy damn near his whole career.
He did.
He never looked like Patrick Mahomes.
No.
So you can have a system, but it takes a special talent.
Donovan did have his moments, but go ahead.
Yeah, but not like Mahomes.
No, not like that. But there was flashes of Mahomes.
Well, Skip, he went to 4 straight NFC championship games. He went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But you see Mahomes, you see the talent. Yeah, the system is great. But then when you have, Skip, I'll give you a prime example. Look at Tom Brady in this system. And then look at Cam Newton.
Yep.
Tom Brady could not go to Carolina and run Cam's system.
No.
And we saw Cam try to run Tom Brady's system, and how did it look?
He had his moments, but it was a struggle.
But what they did, they ended up tailoring most of it to what Cam could do well.
I agree.
A lot of quarterback draws, a lot of quarterback getting on the edge, a lot. So that's what I'm saying. Michael's going to learn that when you talk about someone from an opposing team, and if you're not speaking about them in glowing terms, oh, he's having an unbelievable season.
Yeah.
I believe he's played at an MVP level. They're going to perceive that as you're taking a shot at it.
Yep,
so they perceive it as, oh, Jalen Hurts, he's just a system. He's not a game manager.
No.
He's doing that.
He is doing that.
Game managers don't be in MVP conversations.
No.
Look at Tua. Look how Tua look His first couple of years. Now look how he looks with Waddle, with Tyreek, and Mike McDaniel calling the plays.
That's true. I'll buy you. I'll give you that one. Okay, but as you know, I deeply believe in and I deeply fear Jalen Hurts as a Cowboy fan. And I've believed in him since Alabama because I believe in his character. I believe in his backbone. I believe that he was raised right by a father who coached at the highest level of the high school in the Houston area. And because of that, to me, he is now front running. He is running away with the MVP, and he just richly deserves everything. He's changed the culture and the life in Philadelphia to my eyes.
Right.
Because of that, you have to respect that. You have to honor that. And I'm asking myself, where's the win in this? What do you gain from this? And plus, it's the wrong week for this.
Yeah, Skip, you know you get caught up in the moment.
Okay.
You're talking to Vaughn,
you're talking to Vaughn.
Hey, and so Vaughn put him a loaded question out there. Hey, he young. He cannot not answer it.
All right, then it's more foolish immaturity. It's just inexperience.
Yeah.
You got in a moment and you got carried away, but he's saying, I can't help myself. I'm going to tell you the truth. So I know he spoke his heart.
Yes.
He's not that impressed with Jalen Hurts.
No.
Okay? I'm fine with that if you can back that up.
Yeah.
But it's going to be incumbent upon you. And then, by the way, Jordan Mailata spoke out against him. And I know Micah moves around, but a part of the night, maybe a large part of the night, he's going to be going up against that 6'8", 365-pound former rugby player from Australia named Jordan Mailata. And that's going to be a battle.
Right.
So he's called you out effectively, so you got to show him up. You got to...
Skip, I'm from the old school. Whether you say a little or you say a lot, you still got to play the games. Now, Brian Billy used to always tell us when we were in Baltimore, I don't care about all the talking. Do all the talking you want. But come Sunday, I'm going to need you to back up all this. Well, hold on, bro. You said you talked more than we did. You taking shots at Jeff Fisher. So, hold on. How you going to back your stuff up? We got to cash the checks that you've been signing also. So I don't have a problem because I understand. And a part of me wants to say, well, what he's trying to say is that, but no, it's going to be viewed as a shot because you're on the Cowboys. He plays for the Eagles. Skip, and this is what I was saying. Well, this young man has been able to do. You look at how he threw the ball his first year. You look at how he threw the ball his second year. And you look at how he's throwing the ball. I said this about Lamar. If Lamar, Skip, this guy went from like in the 50s to 61 to 68 completion percent. So now he still got his legs. 10 touchdowns back-to-back seasons. But look at his ability to throw the football.
By the way, he worked at it.
That's all.
He went to the camps. He went to Tom House. He worked at it.
Yes.
You want to talk about supreme dedication?
Right.
I can do this. I'm going to figure this out.
Right.
And he's showing you. He's executing. And it helped to get a soulmate of his, AJ, who he trusts and loves, to help him.
And that's what I would love to see happen in Baltimore with Lamar.
Yep.
I believe if he got a number one,
true.
and he can take the steps that Jalen Hurts has taken, because I believe Hurts is going to win the MVP. If he, long as he got 4 games to go, Skip, he plays clean from here out, I believe he'll be the MVP. Lamar's already won one. But Lamar needs his passing ability to catch up with that dynamic running ability.
Yep.
And he's got to cut down the mistakes. You can't keep throwing interceptions in the end zone because that's what's killed Buffalo and Josh Allen.
Yep.
Take care of the football. Okay.
One other issue I have now with Micah, and I'm his biggest worshiper out there, is he said something else on the Voncast. He said, people don't understand trench warfare. I'm not going to lie. When I was playing linebacker a whole lot last year, my body was way more fresh.
Yeah.
There were some plays I wouldn't get touched.
Yeah.
You're telling me you can rest some at linebacker because sometimes the play just doesn't come your way and you kind of run around and you don't do anything.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't want to hear that because up until 2 weeks ago, he was still leading the NFL in pass rush win rate.
Yes.
I think he's the best younger edge rusher out there. I'm not taking away from Vaughn because he's still way up there. But the stats scream to you that Micah is the best edge rusher in football. Well, obviously, I've been banging the table over here. Let him edge rush, and they move him around. And then the worst was in the Green Bay game when he played more than half the snaps at linebacker.
Right.
Okay, and they lost,
right.
obviously, and they couldn't stop Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter, and in overtime. And the point is, I don't want to hear this. You've made this to your credit. You made the case. Well, it's hard, man. And they take him out a good number of snaps. I'll look up, and all of a sudden there's a shot of him on the sideline. He's just standing over there without his helmet on. I'm thinking, well, I need you.
They got to keep him fresh, Skip. He's a race car.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can only do so much damage to the race car during the course of a race before
you say that about Tony Pollard too. So I got 2 race cars. I got one on defense and one on offense, and they have to stay in the garage half the time, right?
But when you take them out,
I guess so. I don't know. I just didn't love the impact of this unless you've planted a seed of doubt in the Eagles' minds, and you can go terrorize them.
They play with the supreme confidence. They got Slay, a big play. Slay say, man, he's thinking about moving the receiver. So he can get him 1,500 the way Hurts throwing the ball. So he's an all-pro corner now. He's going so good on the other side. He's like, let me get some of this.
Okay, well, he is special at what he does. I will give him that. Whew.
Well, guys, it sounds like Jalen Hurts keeps receipts. He said in general, you forgive, but you never forget.
There you go, Jay Hurts.
All right, Skip. You were trying to talk about this at the beginning of the show. I know you're chomping at the bit. Are your Cowboys still planning on signing OBJ for a new playoff run? Plus, we're going to break down what the Steph Curry injury means for the Warriors. That and much more
they're
next
in trouble
on Undisputed.